Hi, friends. Welcome back. And for those who are new here, hi, my name is Chloe. Since I'm in this whole life transition, life reset phase, I thought I'd share with you something that's been giving me comfort lately, and that is reading. I love reading. I've loved reading ever since I was a kid. When I was in school, when I was young, and when I was in school, I would go to our library and I would read books there. Sometimes I would even borrow books to bring home and read. And then when I grew up, I also bought some books here and there, but then I got busy, I got work. So the reading didn't really flourish when I was working. And now that I have time in my hands, I am back to reading books. And this is my to be read list, my TBR list. Reading has always been a way for me to slow down. It's also where I get some inspiration from, and it's also my way to escape the real world. And I'm very much into romance and mystery novels. I'm also into self help. I read those every morning. And at night, I read my romance and thrillers and whatever fantasy books. If you're wondering what I'm reading right now, it's The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene and The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. But anyway, let's get on with my TBR list. First is Welcome to the Hunam Dong Bookshop. This is by Huang Bo Room. Hopefully, I did not murder that name. Now, this is a story about a girl who opened a bookshop in Seoul. And the book is about finding a new story in life. It's about finding oneself and healing. Now, I picked it up because, again, it is a bestseller and I love bestseller books. I really get drawn to them because they're a bestseller for a reason. So that's one of the reasons why I got it. But the second reason is because I feel like this is going to be a warm and comforting book. I feel like this is going to be a warm hug. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hug, but in a book form. Can I just say though that the way the Japanese and Korean authors design their book covers, they're so cute. So cute and so whimsical, and you just want to display them. Next is What You Are Looking For is in the Library. This is a novel by Michiko Aoyama. This one is a Japanese novel. And again, I hope I did not butcher that name. So another book about books, and this one is about a magical library that can sense what customers are exactly searching for, and they provide the perfect book to find it. So it's about seizing opportunities and reaching out and fulfilling your dreams. This is an international bestseller, and many are saying that this is similar to the Before the Coffee Gets Cold book. And I love that book. I also picked up this book because it inspires people to find the small joys in life and to always keep dreaming. And those are the kinds of lessons that I look for in a book. Next one is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This is another bestseller, and it says here that it's the Good Morning America book club. So if you have that, that seal of approval, you know that it's good. And again, it's New York Times bestseller, and it says that this book is all about second chances and the lives we could have lived. I just noticed that this is the third book in my list that's about library, bookstores, bookshops. There's something about these libraries and bookshops that are magical. But anyway, I think that this is a perfect read for me because as I'm also stepping into my new beginning and journey, I'm all about the second chances and, living the life that will make me happy. So this, I think, will be a relatable read. Next is another New York Times bestseller and part of the GMA book club. This is The Mystery of Time by Kellyanne Bradley. Now, it is also said that this book is one of Barack Obama's favorite books of summer 2024. So I read in Fable that it garnered a lot of recognition. That's why I picked it up, because if you have that much recognition and awards, you gotta be good, you know what I'm saying? Now, this book is a mix of time travel and history, and it explores what we do with the time we are given. I like that. I also like books that make us realize the kind of life that we are living, what we are doing with our lives. I like books that make us think back to our own life. Although this is a science fiction and I'm not really into science fiction, but I think that I will give it a shot. I'm open. I do feel like it's a bit heavy, like the plot is going to be heavy, but again, I never turn down a bestseller. And if this is a multi-awarded and multi-recognized book, I will go for it. Next on the list is everyone's favorite. Everyone has read this except me. This is The Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And I do know that this is now on Netflix. It is now a show, a series. I'm not so sure, but it's on Netflix. And I have Netflix. I am tempted to watch it, but I'm not going to do it because I would rather read it first than watch the show. Now, it says here that it is, well, obviously, a best-selling mystery book. And this is about an investigation that turned into an obsession. It's full of twists and turns and an ending that is unexpected. And I love that. I love books that are so hard to put down. You know, you just want to know what's going to happen next. I love those books. And I expect that from this book. I got this book for balance. I love romance novels. That's what I gravitate towards too. But for balance, because I just don't want to keep on reading about love stories, I pick up some mystery, suspense thriller books as well. I'm excited to actually read this one. Next one is another thriller. This is by Frida McFadden and it's called The Housemaid. People have been reading this book. I've seen it all over TikTok and a lot of people are saying that it's really good. Really good that you won't be able to put it down. Now, this one is a suspense thriller, obviously. It's a book about a housemaid who learns about the secrets of the family she's serving. And I love me some family drama mixed with some twisted characters and twisted stories and maybe some, crime, some murder. I do like those kinds of stories. And because it's that kind of plot, I really feel like this is going to be an unput-downable book. This will keep me up all night once I start reading this. Next up is another book about a maid, and this time it's The Maid by Nita Prose. This is another New York Times bestseller, another GMA book club pick. And when you have those in your book cover, you know it's gonna be good. Now it says here that this book explores what it means to be the same as everyone else and yet entirely different. And it reveals that all mysteries can be solved through connection to the human heart. That is a very interesting summary about this book. So I'm very much interested on what kind of story this will be. I know that it is also like a mystery book, but I think it's going to be a cozy mystery book. The reason why I picked up this book is because when I read about its synopsis, I feel like it's about being able to find one's place and perspective in this world while also trying to figure out and solve the puzzles of this world, of this life. And again, I find that kind of plot interesting. That's why I picked it up. Next on my list are books by Abby Jimenez. This is Just for the Summer and Part of Your World. Just for the Summer is about a quick summer fling that turned into a real deal, real feelings, real relationship. I've been seeing this all over TikTok, so I said, what the heck, I should get it because everyone's reading it. It's also a New York Times bestseller and part of the GMA Book Club pick. Now, for Part of Your World, this one is about a relationship with a huge age gap. And it's about living a life that makes us the happiest. Now, that's the kind of love story that I would love to read. I've read a lot of romance novels, but not the kind where you touch the age difference. This is the first time that I will be reading something like that. Now, these are the first two books that I got of Abby Jimenez. I have never read any of her books, so these are the first ones. And a lot of people are saying that her books are really good, so I expect a lot from these two. Next is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Now, this book is about a girl named Lucy who visits the same beach or place every summer, and she keeps promising to herself that her summer will be different every time. Now, I've seen this all over TikTok, and I picked it up because of the plot. I think it's gonna be cute, cozy, and romantic, but at the same time, I feel like it's gonna be spicy. And I do like some spice in my romance books. So yes, I got it, and I'm also really excited to read this one because I've never read any Carly Fortune book. This is going to be the first time I'm actually reading a book from her. Next up is an Ashley Poston book, and it's called A Novel Love Story. From the author who gave us The 7-Year Slip, which is a really good book. I read that already, and I couldn't put that one down. That was really good. Now, she comes in with a new book called A Novel Love Story, and this is about a girl named Elsie who got stranded in a quaint town that feels like it's right out of a novel. That kind of story really piqued my interest because it's a romance novel set in a romance novel. So for me, that is interesting, and that's why I got it. I also think that this is gonna be a super meta, a romance book about lovers. And The 7-Year Slip was a really, really good book. I could not put that down. I finished that in 2 days. So I am expecting a lot from this one. We are down to the second to the last book in my TBR list, and this is called Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. Now, it says here that it is a New York Times bestseller, although I don't really see it a lot in people's list. And I actually got this a long time ago. Well, not really a long time ago. I think I got it in 2019, or was it 2020? I can't remember. But anyway, I got it around that time. And the reason why I got it is because my office then had a pastel pink, rose gold kind of vibe. And I wanted to put books on my shelf. So I got it because it had that vibe. But I didn't know that it was a New York Times bestseller. And when I brought it home with me, I was thinking I should read this because it's a bestseller. And I didn't even notice it. But anyway, we are going to read it. It's now part of my TBR. And this book is about two people who mostly connect over texting, messaging. This book captures the feeling of being understood, even when you're figuring yourself out. So I think that this will be a modern day love story. The characters will be real, raw, and vulnerable. I actually started reading it before, I think, because there is a page that has a fold. It's this one. So, see that? Yeah. I think I started reading it before, but you know, I got busy, I had to work, and didn't happen anymore. So welcome back to my list. We have reached the last book on my TBR list. And this book I had to ship from the US because it was not available here, anywhere here in Manila. I've checked all the bookstores, I've asked all the book people, and it's not available. It's only available in the US. Hopefully for now. So without further ado, this is the last book on my list. And this is from the author of Magnolia Parks, The Conditions of Will. This is by Jessa Hastings. And honestly, I've never read Magnolia Parks, but I will read it because apparently this is a spin-off of Magnolia Parks. So I think that it's important that I read that book too. So it says here that this book is about family drama and secrets. And you know it. I love me a good book about family drama and secrets. This is going to be another unputdownable book. I don't think I'll be sleeping when I start reading this book. It's quite thick. So this is gonna be a long one, but I think this is going to be good. It says here that it has a mix of romance and mystery, and that is a good mix to me. We love that. And for me, I think that this is going to be full of emotions, full of character buildups and developments and twists. And I think this is the one that I am most excited about. So there you go, friends. These are the books on my TBR list, my to be read list. And if you guys are on Fable, I'm also on it. Please do add me. I would love to have some more friends on my Fable app. It's such a beautiful app. I love it. It keeps track of my reading. And I also love the clubs that are on it. They're very active. So come find me in Fable. So there you have it. That's the video. That's everything that I am aiming to read this year. Hopefully I do get to read them all. My goal for the year is to read 10 books, and I am currently on my 6th. So hopefully one of these can complete my 10 books to read for the year. Now, if you guys have some books that you would like to recommend for me to add on my TBR list, please comment them down below. I would love to know what books you guys are reading. And I would also like to know what books I should add in my collection. But until then, that's it for now. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!